Okay, well, good night, everyone. Welcome to Teacher C Reads to Me. If you're seeing the recording of this, um, I would like to share with you a few things. One of the things I like to say is this. I get this question a lot, like, why do I push bedtime so much? I push bedtime because in this capitalist society that we're living in, if your life is anything like mine, you're busy and you're working, hours that you are away from your child. When your child comes home, there's really not much time. If you think about it, you get 2, maybe 3 hours of quality time with your child. A lot of that is getting dinner together, bathing them, brushing teeth. If they're older, they're doing homework, you're trying to get, you know, house chores done, dinner, just life is happening, and there isn't much time to sit down and really vibe with your child. You get two opportunities: dinner and bedtime. And usually at dinner, we're going over the family's things. Daddy's sharing his day, mommy's sharing her day, your child is getting to share their day. If you live with anyone else, they're getting to share their day. But realistically, you know, it's not full house. The family isn't sitting down at the table every night, same time, having dinner. That's just not the reality for many families. And truly, the only time a lot of us have for that quality time is those 20 minutes, some of us 10 minutes before bedtime. Um, and so your bedtime should have three tiers. And this isn't anything rigid, but it's just the structure you should have for yourself, right? So the three tiers are something new and something new and hard. Introduce something new and hard. And whatever level they're on, you're introducing something that it's probably upcoming. They have to know it, they have to work on it. So you just introduce it really quick. For the older ones, it might be, learning your nine times table, for example, right? You know that they know two, they know five, they know 10. Now it's time to push them. So, bedtime. So, you quickly, and when I say quickly, I literally mean 60 seconds. If you're going over 2 minutes, you're going too far. And you quickly go over that new and hard thing that they need to know. For the little ones, maybe they're 5 or 6, and um, they need to know numbers past 20. They're reading numbers and knowing numbers between 0 and 20 for you, but beyond that, they're having some struggle. So you just quickly count from 20, make them start at 20 and count on, right? That skill of counting on from a number that's not 0 or 1. You quickly do that. 1 minute, 2 minutes, move on. After that new and hard tier, then you do something that they know and they've either mastered it and you just want to reinforce it. So you do that really quick. And then the third tier is that book. They pick their own bedtime book and you snuggle and cuddle and read the book. The beautiful thing about reading these bedtime books is enjoying the story, yes, but it's also pushing reading comprehension and just really working that brain muscle, asking lots of questions, very, very strategic, very sneaky, very loving, lots of bonding. Make sure you're close. All of that has to happen, and it's a science. It's a real science. But you can also only get good at it if you keep practicing it, right? So I wrote a book called Bedtime Stories for You and Your Big Child. And the reason you'll notice if you go follow me on Teacher C Reads to Me on all platforms, you'll notice that I really push for parents to read to their big child. Something happens when those baby teeth fall out and then they start coming in. We kind of stop looking at them like our little babies, like our little ones, and we start treating them like it's time for them to start paying the mortgage or something. But your big child from 8 to 16 still wants to be close to you, physically, literally close to you. They still need hugs. They still need the closeness and the bonding time with you. As they are learning more and more things and understanding how the world works, it's important that we connect learning with bonding. A lot of the conflicts that we're having with our little ones, meaning our children, with their unwillingness to learn, is because learning has become a tool. It's not fun. And then we come home, rather, they come home, and they come home to your judgments and the pressure of having to know all these facts and figures. We can take that pressure off by connecting learning with love, learning with bonding. And the best way you can do that is during your bedtime routine. Again, there's a science to this, and there's a way to do it. And I'm here to help. Follow me. I give tips and strategies on how to use your bedtime. And I also make academic binders for parents. Sometimes you just don't know. And you have 10 million other things on your plate to think about. Let me help you with that. These academic binders, you keep them right by the bed, and they have a whole bunch of activities, fun activities for you and your child to do. Don't think worksheets, think fun activities and ideas. For example, for our little ones from 4 to about 7, they're going to bed. Some of them still have their toys and their teddy bears. So you put them on the bed and you can use those toys and teddy bears to practice things like doubles, to practice things like what's next, to practice things like subtraction and taking away. There's so many different ideas, and I'm here to help you with that. Okay? So that's a little bit about what I do. And so you can visit teachercreadstome.com. Go to the shop page and you'll see my book, Bedtime Stories for You and Your Big Child. And I'm really proud of this project because this book is filled up with fables. I personally love fables. Fables are those classic stories that always have a moral. They usually use animals to help you just try to learn, something about the world. But the cool thing about fables is those morals that are at the end of those stories. Those are the conversation starters for you and your big child. So, not quite sure what to say to your 13-year-old when they start doing all the eye roll and doing all of this and all of that, and you're feeling like, I don't know what to say to this child. Use stories. Gossip about the lives of fictional characters. Gossip about them, and then you can get the conversation rolling, and your child can learn about you, and you can learn about your child. Okay? So check that out at teachercreadstome.com, and I really hope you guys enjoy that. So tonight, we are going to enjoy a story written by a wonderful author called Kim Adams. And Kim Adams has a bunch of books in these series, and they're Billy Be Kind books. Billy is this mouse here, and this mouse pops in to help children learn all sorts of things: how to be a friend, how to be kind, how to share. It's a really, really awesome series. There are many books in this series. I really hope you guys go and check it out. And I'll make sure to leave the link to her author page so you guys can check her out. But one thing I wanted to share that I love so much is she always provides a coloring page for children. And the reason I love this is any form of entertainment, whether it be books, TV, movies, video games, or even just a regular video on YouTube, you want to make sure your child's brain is always active. You want to make sure that they're thinking while they're consuming entertainment. Never should your child just be sitting reading without an active brain. Never should they just be sitting there watching TV. There should always be something happening. And that's why I really love that she put this coloring book, because when the book ends, the imagination doesn't have to stop. As they're coloring and creating, they can think about what they just, you know, learned from the story. All right, so you guys ready to enjoy this with me? All right, guys, Billy Be Kind cleanup time. And you can enjoy this book with your little one. When you are tired and you don't want to read the bedtime book, just put this on so they can enjoy it. It's my pleasure. Are you ready? Now, good night, kids. And just in case you don't know my name, guys, my name is Teacher C. The book we're going to enjoy tonight is called Billy Be Kind, Clean Up Time. Sometimes Teacher C will show you the pictures, and sometimes she'll take the pictures away. When Teacher C takes the pictures away, she wants you to imagine what's happening in your mind. She wants you to make a movie in your mind, right? All right, you ready? Let's go. Billy Be Kind, Clean Up Time. Billy Be Kind was a kind little mouse. He met Noah Carter one day at his house. That's Billy, guys. And he's in Noah's house. You know how I know? Because I see Noah's name on this door. And I wonder if this kid in this picture is Noah. Let's see. Little Noah was unhappy and did not know what to do. He lost his favorite truck, Old Boy Blue. Do you name your toys? Noah names his toys. He named his truck Old Boy Blue. He looked in the closet and under his bed, then took his blanket and covered his head. I know that feeling. When you're just so sad, you just want to go in the dark. Billy heard his cries from far away and he ran in to save the day. My blue truck, Old Boy Blue, where could it be? Could you find my truck for me? It's sad. Billy Be Kind knew just what to do. I will help you clean your room with you. You know, guys, sometimes when we lose things, we just have to look for it. But if the place is really messy, you're going to be in trouble. Noah looked upset and he stomped the ground. I want my truck now, and it can't be found. The only step, said Billy, is to fix your bed and put away your toys instead. Oh, he's thinking about that. I can understand Noah stomping on the floor because he's upset, but I really like how Billy kept his cool and didn't yell back. He just told Noah what he needed to do. They filled the bins with lots of junk and put his toys inside the trunk. They wiped the crayons off the doors and swept the garbage off the floors. He hung his sweaters on the hooks and stacked up all his favorite books. With a twinkle in his eyes and a smile on his face, he saw that everything was in its proper place. Now things were clean and Noah could see. But where Old Boy Blue could be? Look at that room now, it's nice and clean. But we still can't find the truck. Right in the corner next to his shoe is where he last played with Old Boy Blue. His favorite truck he found at last. Vroom, vroom, said Noah. He's really fast. Oh, thank you. he shouted. Then from that day, Noah promised to always put his things away. The end. Oh, yes. I really love this. Guys, you know what I learned? I learned that if you really, really want something and you can't find it, the first thing you should try to do is look for it. But Noah couldn't even look for Old Boy Blue because his room was just so messy. When mommy and daddy tells you to clean your room, you really should listen. It's important to keep our room clean so we can find our toys when we need them. Also, only when the room was clean was Noah able to remember where he last put his toy. Having a clean room helps your mind be clear and free so you can think. I love this book, and I really love books that I can learn lessons from. Guys, thank you so much for joining me, Teacher C, in reading Billy Be Kind Cleanup Time. I hope you go check this book out and ask mommy to get it for you. I really love it. And guess what? There are other Billy Be Kind books too. And I'll be sure to link the author's page below so mommy and daddy can check it out. Okay? And hopefully they'll get you a copy so you can enjoy the Billy Be Kind books too. Guys, be sure to follow Teacher C Reads to Me for tips and tricks to help you help your child fall in love with learning. Thank you so much. Have a great night.